There are all kinds of pets, from dogs to cats to fish to birds. But a rapidly growing pet species is reptiles. According to worldatlas.com, reptiles are the third most popular pet in the world, behind cats and dogs, obviously. And as far as lizards go, bearded dragons are the second most popular lizard, and first are leopard geckos, which I also have. There's a lot that goes into taking care of pets. Bearded dragons are no different. So here's what you need to provide a good, healthy environment for your pet bearded dragon. This is my bearded dragon. His name is Beardsley. I've had him for about 6 years now. He's a full-grown adult, and we're gonna set him off to the side here while we set up his enclosure. Okay, first thing we need is a substrate, or actually the first thing we need is a tank. So this is my enclosure that I use. This is a 40-gallon breeder tank. This is about the recommended size for one adult bearded dragon. And so the first thing we'll need is a substrate. What I like to use, I use tile. It's super easy to clean, looks good, and is also pretty cheap. So we're gonna lay that in here. The reason I don't use, people would think like use sand and whatnot, but that can cause impaction, which it gets like a blockage inside the intestines, and that can lead to death. So that's why sand is not recommended for bearded dragons. Okay, so now we have our base set down here. The next thing we're going to move on to is the basking spot. So this is for where you can go up and bask. And according to beardeddragon.com, bearded dragons bask for about 11 hours a day. So he'll climb up here and he'll bask. And we'll get to the lights and all that later, but he needs sunlight and UV. Next thing we got is the water dish. And most people think that you need a water dish. I've actually read that you don't need a water dish. But I put one in here because they will occasionally drink out of it, but they get most of their water from the bugs and the leaves that they eat. But I put that in there and we'll fill that up. Just like that. Next thing we got here is their food dish. So we'll lay that right in there. And that, if you really wanted to call it good, that's the essentials that you need for a bearded dragon setup. But that looks dumb and I don't like it. So we're gonna add a few decorations in here. Here's just a rock that I got. He likes to sit on here. This is more of the cool side of the tank over on this side. So we'll set that there and he'll climb up on that. As well as another rock that I just set right in here. That. And as well as one more slide over to this side. We'll throw some plants in here real quick. I usually stick them up on the walls, but I'm already wasting a lot of time. And so that's the inside of the tank complete. Well, I'll go grab the bearded dragon real quick. Lay him back inside there. Okay, now moving on to the outside, we'll just throw the lid on real quick. Okay, and here is, this is very important, this is the light fixture. There is a 100-watt bulb in here as well as a UV bulb that just sits right on there on top of the basking spot. And we'll plug that in here. Flip those on. Ooh. And that's where he'll go up and bask for about 11 hours a day, like beardeddragon.com said. And now that's enough of that. We'll move on to the diet of what a bearded dragon eats. So like at the beginning for my attention getter, I gave him a super worm, which are these guys right in here. That's what I usually feed him. And I also give him collard greens or veggies. And I do that about every other day. And as well as other good part of their diet is calcium and vitamins. These are reptile vitamins and calcium. and calcium, good, healthy bones. So I'll do that. And then that's about all it for the diet. And then I just got a few interesting bearded dragon facts for you. The average lifespan of a bearded dragon is about 10 to 15 years. And according to everythingreptile.com, the average size of an adult bearded dragon is 12 to 24 inches. And they are originally from Australia. And well, I hope you all learned something about bearded dragons today. And learned some new interesting things about these awesome lizards. Thanks for watching.